Good morning, friends. Thanks for joining us this morning. This is Journey Home Meditation, and we are about to begin the morning sit. So, I'm Michael. I'm going to be taking us through some thoughts, a little bit of shared breathing, and maybe a little bit of meditation. So, thanks for joining, and I'm happy to be here today. It's good to be back this week. It's nice to be able to come together in this way. It's funny because I have my regular practice that I've kept for some time, but on the days that, and there's been more of them recently, obviously, that I do not do this shared morning practice, I feel like I don't actually get some of the gears turning the same. So this ability to exercise my thoughts, and it's funny because there's two uses and two spellings of the word exercise, right? There's exercise meaning to use, and then there's exorcise meaning to cast out. Maybe not, maybe it's the same thing, I'm not sure. But I just recognize that being able to put into words the ways that I'm feeling and the things that I'm thinking at the same time, I find it to be really helpful. And then there are days where I find it to be really helpful just to go silent, right? The amazing poet Wendell Berry has a poem all about going dark. Let's see if I can, with the magic of the oracle here, I can read the poem right now. It's called To Know the Dark by Wendell Berry. To go in the dark with a light is to know the light. To know the dark, go dark. Go without sight and find that the dark too blooms and sings and is traveled by dark feet and dark wings. That's lovely. There's a reason that Wendell Berry is one of the poets that I read most often on this morning gathering that we have, the morning sit. That poem urging us to go in the dark, to go to those places that we aren't necessarily comfortable, and to go into those places without trying to shine the light of what we know, the light of knowledge, and just be with the darkness of experience. I think that's really valuable for me. I tend to like to intellectualize things because I'm very comfortable in that realm of being, right? I'm very comfortable living in an intellectual world. I spent a lot of my childhood living in my head, whether it was, in my imagination or in reading books. But I found that there was something really appealing about knowing things, about reading encyclopedias and really researching these things that were of interest until I knew everything about the thing that I could find, right? But, starting in the beginning of the children's encyclopedia, I could memorize every fact about an aardvark that you can think of, right? So usually the first entry in the encyclopedia is the aardvark. But I couldn't tell you what it's like to experience being in the presence of an aardvark. I'd be completely in the dark with that. So there is this thing that separates what we know from what we experience. There's another poem that I had wanted to read this morning, one that I read earlier today that I felt was also, it's oddly enough aligned with this theme that I have going inside of my body today. This theme of experience. It's experiencing our lives as they are, not maybe as we wish it were. Um, and then when you do that, when you can get into experience, not with what we know, but with the acceptance of I don't know. With that's a big one. That's a big leap. The place of I don't know. And it's one that I think comes with a certain level of experience, wisdom, and age, right? Like I think that the ability to say I don't know with confidence and beyond confidence, maybe with curiosity. Like I don't know is an exciting invitation instead of a admittance of failure. So often in our culture of information, right? Um, we think we know so much. And when we don't know, we get defensive and we sometimes even revert back to the things that we know instead of learning about the things that we don't know. That's to cast a light, right? That's to go with a flashlight in the dark. But Wendell Berry reminds us, gently urges us to go dark. To know the dark, go without sight. If you're not willing to step into that place of I don't know, then you're going to be stuck. You're always going to be stuck. And in recovery, I know there's this thing that happens where at a certain point, when you are leaving all of your friends, all of your social circle, all of your supports that you had for so long in your use, uh, you get to a place where you don't know who you are. This is a total loss of identity at a certain point. In fact, I think that loss of identity is actually the real rock bottom. I think that, the loss of material things often is called rock bottom. Oh, well, I lost my wife and my family and my house and my car and I lost everything. That was rock bottom, buddy. I was sleeping underneath a park bench, blah, blah, blah. The horror stories and the war stories that you hear in the tables and the rooms. But I don't think that losing your car is rock bottom. I think that it requires a loss of identity. When you just really don't know who you are anymore, you can't keep pretending. You can't keep going with what you know because what you knew, it's clear, doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up anymore, right? You you may think that you're on this path that was the right path, and then all of a sudden these things start showing up in your life that say this doesn't hold up anymore. And this isn't just with people who use substances to stop their pain. It's for every single person in the world. Every single one of us has the possibility to stop mid stride and take a different path. But it's hard to say those words, I don't know. This is why the politicians who can give you the answers and the rhetoric and the slogans, this is why they become so popular and so powerful, is they tell you what to know. They don't say I don't know. They don't put out their hand and they say I don't know what's going to happen when we go down this next path, but let's go together and let's understand that we're going to be here to be caring for ourselves and one another through this dark place. And remember to look for all of those beautiful creatures that only live in those dark places. Look out for them, tend to them, care for them. Lot of things are said, and I don't know. But this is the poem that I wanted to read today. I read it this morning. It's another Mary Oliver poem from her selected poems called Devotions. This is a book that she put together, the last book she put together before she died, of selected works of hers. And I read it this morning, and the poem is called This Morning. This morning the redbird's eggs have hatched, and already the chicks are chirping for food. They don't know where it's coming from. They just keep shouting more, more. As to anything else, they haven't had a single thought. Their eyes haven't yet opened. They know nothing about the sky that's waiting, or the thousands, the millions of trees. They don't even know they have wings. And just like that, like a simple neighborhood event, a miracle is taking place. They don't even know they have wings. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you know. Let's come together, find our meditation posture. Remember, our meditation posture is not a cookie cutter positioning of the body that all of us force ourselves into. Our meditation posture is that place of balance that we find in our body. So today it may look different than it looked yesterday, and it may look different tomorrow. I don't know. But for right now, wherever you are, you can begin by placing your feet flat to the floor or elongating your spine. Just giving a gentle tug from the top of your head towards the sky. Feel that release that comes when you open up that posture and stretch that spine just a bit. And then relax and let your body just be. Let your shoulders relax. Feel that opening as the energy has more open spaces to flow through. You can gently close your eyes if you'd like, or keep them open with a soft gaze just a few feet in front of the body. Bring your shoulder blades together just slightly in the back, opening the chest and opening the heart. Breathing in through the nose gently to the bottom of the belly. And releasing. Breathing in. Breathing in. Slowly releasing. Breathing in, I don't know. Breathing out, feel the body become awakened by the breath, opening into new spaces for your awareness to go towards. Become aware of the center of the palms of your hands. Feel the coolness there, like an opening to the whole body. Become aware of your lower back as the tension builds with each in-breath and gives way with each out-breath. I don't know is the beginning of a new journey. It opens you to an entirely new experience of you. Breathing in and breathing out. Take a moment to just be. Thanks for being here this morning. I really appreciate you all, and I'll see you soon.